Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Shield.com. It's the In Wheel Time car talk show. Mecum Auction is less than 2 weeks away. You ready?
Yep.
John Craman gives us a preview. Also, Jeff has this week's racing calendar, and Mr. Mars has an in-depth review of the new Infiniti QX55. Today's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is sponsored by Houston Mecum Auction, April 4th through the 6th at NRG Center. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. And I am Don Armstrong. Glad that you could join us today. It's a beautiful day in Houston, Texas. Let's find out where John Craman is. Where are you, John?
Where you at, John?
Where are you? What?
Uh-oh.
We can't hear you. You're muted. You got your thing muted. You've got
Uh-oh, something's not working. Hold that back up.
Are you unmuted?
Mike, it's not working.
You got to unmute yourself because I got you potted up here and I can't hear you.
Oh.
Now here is a broadcaster deluxe, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, we're going to go back to this until we can get that straightened out.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys work on that, but I will tell you this, that the Mecum Auction is coming, as you've heard in the commercial, April 4th through the 6th. Get your tickets early, Houston Mecum Auction. You know, one of the interesting things that Mars pointed out, and I should have mentioned it myself, but he beat me to it. It is a car show.
Yeah.
It's an auction and a car show because you're going to find these vehicles at a cruise-in. You're not going to generally find them at a car show. It is a judged event, but with do-re-mi on the line because you got to bid for it.
And we were at the Galveston Convention Center last weekend, and we actually shared some time in a booth and space with the Mecum folks that were there. Very nice people.
Yep, right.
And they were able to give us some kind of insights on that. And I actually watched the Mecum broadcast. It was a couple weeks ago when it was on the Motor Trend TV. I watched some of the Thursday, and I was in awe and in love with some of the things that were going across because they were my style and my budget, and I'm thinking, I want all these. So that's the kind of thing that early on you look at it, and then you build up to the next day, and then you build up to the final day, and you got all the big stuff and the real.
Well, you know, back in my day, I was really never interested in auctions because the whole auction thing has evolved. Used to be that auctions were for the big guys, the guys with the multi-million-dollar cars that I never had a chance of getting a bid in on. But then Mecum's has kind of have brought it all to a new level. To my level,
the common guy.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Not to rule out the fact that they don't have some big expensive cars there.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But it is the everyman's car show as far as I'm concerned, and that interests me more. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate some of those antiques and some of the cars that, for instance,
exotics and things.
Yeah, that. Chasing classic cars, Wayne Carini, that he builds and takes.
The Concours type vehicle.
Yeah, Concours d'Elegance. And I got all that. I get it. And, you know, the Pebble Beaches and all of those kinds of cars, there's really something to be said for those. But I also like, you know, the resto mod that somebody else has bought, that they bought from another person, and it's a continuation of development of a resto mod.
Yeah.
Or a completely stock vehicle, barn finds, all these different kinds of cars that you could possibly imagine. And let's not forget the collections. And Mecum usually has somebody's collection that they're going to sell.
Yep. Be it 5 cars or 100 cars.
Yeah.
There's a collection going on.
Yeah.
I like it because you've got the 87 Cruiser Vista with panel wood grain on the side. Yes. I tear up when I see those.
Yeah. Like the Roadmaster, the Roadmaster wagon. Did you get him?
We're still working on that.
The estate wagon.
I was thinking about the last time we actually did a remote at the Mecum Auction, and we went looking at some of the cars, and I remember, I always remember there was a black 32 Highboy there, and I thought, you know,
did it speak to you?
Well, it was really a nice car, but you know, because it's Mecum and you can get up and look close. You don't have all these pylons on the display to get to. You know, you could get up to it, and the engine compartment, you could see some rust on some of the chrome and stuff that, you know, it was somebody's collection,
But it's a driver.
It's a driver. I mean, it was obviously
Well, it
somebody
was
could
a
drive it.
driver, or it was an old restoration that needed an update.
Yeah.
And, if it shows like that, then chances are you're going to be able to buy it less than what it was really worth.
That was my thought. That was one of my thought. And if I'd have been registered, I might have actually had a shot at getting that car.
Last year when I went, there was a van there, and it had 1970s written all over it.
Oh,
with
yeah.
with the shag carpeting on the inside.
I think they rolled a couple through like
the
that.
mod look.
Yeah.
With the orange and the greens
Teardrop
and the blues.
window on the side,
Yeah.
and then you got the little vent on the top that
Yes.
opens up backwards.
You saw the same one that I did.
I wanted one when I was growing up.
Well, wouldn't that be fun to drive around for a while?
Today,
yeah.
oh, that was.
But
you
you'd
could-
have to buy it at the right price. If you bought it at the right price, not to make any money off of it, but when you got tired of it, in a year from now and you want to get rid of it, put it back in the auction, let them sell it again, and then find yourself something else.
I would find one that would be 99.9% done. Then just drive it. Just
drive it.
Yeah. Just have it ready to go.
Listen, my thought for you would be the Park Avenue Estate Wagon by Buick with the wood sides
I'm
on
in.
it.
Yeah. That would be. I would drive it every day.
I guess it would be early 90s?
Yeah.
Early 90s. The latest model that you could buy.
I would
like
make
that.
excuses to drive.
Yeah.
I
No,
would.
you drive it back and forth to work.
Yeah.
People would go, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. You know that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, roll it down. What year is that? Man, I sure do like that car.
Or if Kathy cooking in the kitchen, I need an onion. I'll go get it.
Yeah,
you head out to
excuse.
Kroger.
Yeah, yeah.
But you go to the Kroger in Dallas, and then you drive back.
That's right. There's 1,000 cars, and they're all in NRG Center.
Yeah.
They're all parked far enough apart that if you wanted to, you could take your creeper,
Yeah.
get on the floor and get underneath it, look it all over if that's what you wanted
Yep.
to do. If you could find the owner, then you could ask him all sorts of questions. I mean, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, they've got a booklet too. They put them in a book that you can actually
yeah.
look at a little bit of the details of the vehicle, what it has in it, the horsepower, if they list it, color of the car,
Everything.
duration of
if you find yourself
restoration.
in Dubai somewhere and you want to bid on it, you get on the phone and make a phone bid.
Yeah.
Because they take that as well.
Yep.
Marzi, you're pointing at something,
Well,
but I'm not sure what that is.
I think John's back. We've logged back, but I'm not sure that we.
John, can I hear you, John?
No, we can't. John, on the invitation that we sent you for the Zoom, there's a phone number. Use that. Call us. We'll just talk.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do that.
We'll look for you.
All right.
I'm sure it's.
He can hear us. So he said, give me a thumbs up on calling in.
Yeah. Okay. Good. We just can't hear him. But at any rate, we're going to. In the meantime, I've got some more Hemmings online auction stuff.
All right.
Shelby 500KR. That's a real race car. 2008 model. What do you think that sold for at Hemmings? $47,775.
Wow. I was going to shout out 60, but 47 is good.
Yeah.
I was going to go for 75.
Here's one for you, Mars. A 1961 Nissan Patrol. You'd look really good running around Nederland in this.
Yeah, but I think it'd be probably kind of pricey. Probably around 16?
No, 22.
Oh, well.
It looks like it's fully restored, and it's that boring beige color.
Is that what you call it? Patrolling?
It's called a Nissan Patrol.
Oh, okay.
If it had an E in there, it'd be petrol. But in this case, it's patrol. How about a 1952 Chevrolet 3100 fully restored pick-em-up truck? Blue and white with wide whites on it.
32.
32?
What year was it?
That would be a 1952. 3100. I guess the 3100 would be like the three-quarter
ton. Yeah, I would say 18.
Really? It sold for $29,400.
Dang. I am so far off.
78 Chevy Silverado. Here's a bargain. We assume. It looks good. It's got all cleaned up and everything with those great big, humongous bolt-on side view mirror on the driver's side. 78 Chevy Silverado sold for $14,963.
I was going to go under 10.
Here's one. I was kind of surprised at this. A 2008 BMW Z4M which is the hot-rodded version of the BMW Z4, which was a sports car that they built back in the day. A 2008 model sold for $26,250. That was a very expensive car when that was brand new. Here's one from Nederland, 1952 Ford. Pardon me? Did you fall out of the chair over there?
Almost did.
A 1952 Ford F1, sold price of $18,113. I'm not a big Ford pickup truck fan of that decade.
Yeah.
But 18,113 seems like a deal. It looks like it's a fully restored vehicle. And last but not least, this would be for you, Jeff, a 1949 DeSoto Custom. And it is painted bright fuchsia green. Okay. Ooh. And it looks completely stock and is very ugly. And it's sold for $2,800.
Fuchsia green is not stock.
There it is.
Yeah. That's
$2,800.
Ugly.
I wouldn't give you $1 for that thing. What is that? Is that one of those air conditioning?
No, I thought it
things
looks like a window, some kind of window treatment.
Oh Lord.
I don't know.
I don't know why anybody would buy that, but somebody did. I guess as a joke to give to somebody, I hate you. The I hate you club.
Or maybe it was a settlement in a divorce or something.
Yeah, well, that would be the way to go about it. Here, you have the car.
Yep. You want to do racing since we got time?
Yeah, sure. Let's do racing.
Okay. Well, I picked up some IMSA stuff, WeatherTech IMSA. They've got some things going on next month, which would be the Long Beach Street Circuit, April 19th and the 20th.
It's usually ahead of the IndyCar races.
Yes, it is. And you talked about Indy. I'm an Indy fan, too. Formula One's not that my greatest forte. Speaking of which, Formula One, you've got the 21st through tomorrow, the Australian Grand Prix. There's already controversy with teams and prima donnas and who,
Donna, the prima donna.
And then we've got our special friend, which is Erica Enders, who took Gainesville. They're back on the track tomorrow, this weekend.
Pomona.
Yep, Pomona is the Lucas Oil NHRA Winter Nationals Pomona. It is on that channel no one seems to get all the time. It's at 7 p.m. the rebroadcast. And then we've got Circuit of the Americas for NASCAR. They ran the trucks last night. They're going to run the Xfinity today and then the Cup tomorrow. That's going on there.
What is that going to be on CBS or something?
It will be on, I believe it's on Fox, the normal channel. Mike, there's still tickets available if you want to head out there. And then you've got the Indy Racing Car Series, again, in conjunction with the IMSA stuff going on. You got the 24th, which is tomorrow, the $1 Million Challenge.
It's
to be determined on the time, but it's going to be on NBC. So there you go. That's going to be that.
Hey, the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. And podcasts are available from your favorite podcast provider. We also video stream our 3-hour show, our weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will continue right after this quick break. ProAm Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. ProAm is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. ProAm is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, ProAm's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. ProAm not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. ProAm is now reaching a worldwide audience through ProAm.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At ProAm Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and ProAm will lend you a hand. ProAm Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In-Wheel Time and the original Lupe Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction company, returns to Houston, Texas, April 4th through the 6th at NRG Center, featuring 1,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, trucks, customs, and more. Broadcast on Motor Trend TV and streaming live on Max. From avid collectors to those new to the Mecum experience, we welcome everyone. Register to bid now at Mecum.com.
Welcome back to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Do we have John? You there?
You got me, guys.
Oh my God! It's
Made
a
it. John.
miracle. Well, it's that phone. Are you in California?
I am in California. Before I head over to Houston, I'll be in California, and I'll also be up in Minneapolis, St. Paul. So I'm on a heck of a trip right now. But I got to tell you guys, we're looking forward to getting over to Houston. I think I'm having a bit of a problem with my computer getting a microphone to work. I think it's an internal mic problem. So promise next time I'll get that fixed. But yeah, obviously really getting cranked up. Our next auction, Houston. Man, can you believe it was 2012 was our first time there? So we'll be celebrating 13 years in Houston, one of the real hotbed of collector cars for sure.
So we were talking, you were trying to dial, that we usually have a Mecum Auction collection that is sold. You guys have some sort of collection from somebody. Is it going to be one this year?
Well, how about 7, guys? Does that check off that box?
Oh my
for you?
God!
Bundle
Seven collections.
Yeah, and that's becoming more and more of a trend at Mecum Auctions as we continue to gain visibility in the collector car world. It really has become a really great source for folks not only to sell just one car or buy one car, but also to sell and buy collections. And Plendal Collection is our rock star of all the collections, primarily black Chevrolets, a lot of low mileage original cars. But the entire lineup at Mecum Houston this year is about as deep as we've ever had. Pre-war classics and 50s, chrome and fin area, muscle cars, Corvettes, trucks are a huge part of the market. But now we're seeing more and more exotics and more late model vehicles, and typically specialty vehicles like late model Mustangs and Challengers, Chargers, Camaros. So obviously a really great lineup. Really encourage everybody to come on out. You don't have to be a buyer or seller. Anybody can come out, buy a $30 ticket, kids 12 and under free, and, join in on the action. We'd really appreciate it.
Well, one of the things that we said as well is the fact that, even if you're not a buyer, it is a great car show.
Well, and that's a good point. I've had people tell me that it's the best car show they've ever attended, and I like to say, well, it's because it's a car show with a pulse. Now, nothing against car shows. I love them. I go to them. I take my cars to them, and I love, hanging out, looking at cars, talking to the folks. But there's something very alive and vibrant, exciting about being at a Mecum auction. Hopefully, many of your listeners have tuned in and have at least seen us on television. Now, our 17th year of television, by the way, we're on Motor Trend. But there is something special about being there, being caught up in the noise and the excitement, the colors, and the fact that, every 90 seconds or so, there's a completely different car that comes up onto the Mecum red carpet. And with around 1,000 cars there, you hear it all the time, something for everyone. But you'll see cars, folks that, will see cars that they remember back in the past. And they'll also see cars maybe that they never even knew existed. It's that much of a variety, and everything is moving. And there's a lot of folks there, and it's just really fun to see millions and millions and millions of dollars of collector cars change hands.
Well,
it's really
pick up the actual not magazine, but the book that has all the cars in it. Follow along and go get yourself a seat and a great grandstand right there in front of all the cars. I mean, it's a show.
Yeah. It's almost like a Vegas show. There's always something going on.
I don't know as if I'd go that far.
Well,
Only when John puts on that feather boa.
Now we'll get you guys. We got you guys. We'll get you guys fitted up for some costumes this year.
Oh, great!
But no, the point that we really want to make is everybody in the area is welcome to attend. We really encourage spectators. And a lot of times, somebody will come in and they're not thinking they want to buy a car, but they come in as a spectator and they see something that they like. And it's really surprisingly easy and straightforward to get registered as a bidder if you happen to see something that, somebody wants. But
John, walk us through that. How does that work? If you go there, you didn't really intend to bid on something, but you see something that really draws your attention to it. I'm going, hey, I'll bet you I can afford that. How do you get registered at the show?
Yeah, it's surprisingly straightforward, and I guess that probably wouldn't surprise you that we're not going to make people jump through too many hoops to get registered as a bidder. Bidder registration fee is $200, and we do require a valid driver's license, and we don't take credit cards for payment. We take a personal check, and you just go ahead, you sign up, and you pay the fee, and we take a copy of your driver's license to keep in our file. You get entered into the system. You get a bidder number and a bidder badge. And should you be the winning bidder, you simply take the bid sheet that the bidder folks bring out to you immediately after the hammer comes down and the individual's a winning bidder. You sign the sheet and you take that sheet into the office and you write out a check and you pay for the car and you literally remove it the same day if you want. You don't have to get it out the same day. If you're buying multiple cars or you're going to be coming back the second day, that's okay. But we try to get people to come in at the end of the day, or even better, right after they buy the car, just to sort of keep the huge volume flowing. And then you take the car with you. We give you a gate pass. We hold titles for 2 weeks, waiting for all the checks to clear. And you take the vehicle home that same day. It's very, very straightforward. And I will tell you, it's addicting and a lot of fun.
So Jeff has got his eyes on a 1995 Buick Estate wagon with some cheap wood paneling down the side of it, that glue-on stuff. And, it's almost like the Vista Visions of the Oldsmobile days.
I love it.
And I'm thinking, I'll bet you he could probably find something like that there.
Well, it's, funny you mention that because the 80s and 90s certainly had no shortage of kitsch.
Yep.
And station wagons, now kind of gone, but, SUVs are the modern era station wagon. But fake wood grain trim, fake wire wheels, and white wall tires.
Yeah, baby.
That was the look.
Yeah.
And yes, surprisingly, nostalgia being a powerful motivator has been drawing out those family kitschy vehicles, and they're surprisingly popular.
You rolled one through on Thursday, the last television show you had. They rolled one through. I saw it, and I was intently watching what it went for. I think it went for somewhere in the $20,000 or $22,000. So when this episode in Houston, if you see one, John, I want you to mention me on the air that I could own that.
Station wagon fans. All
there
right.
You go.
That's a deal.
There you got it.
All right.
Yeah, I can only imagine. We were trying to connect with you today. We were making fun of the fact that last year we saw it had to have been a 70s van, a conversion van, and it had the shag carpet in it. And as Jeff pointed out, that teardrop rear window in there. It was 70s all the way. Yeah, all we needed was a pair of those knee-high disco boots, and we were in.
Yep. Some gold chains.
Well, and again, that's another segment. Folks that weren't around back in the day may not know, but 70s and even in the 1980s, customized vans really were kind of overtaking the kind of the hot rodding world. In fact, you go back and look at some vintage hot rod and carcraft magazines from back in that time period, and there's a lot of how-tos on how to install those teardrop rear windows and the aftermarket sunroofs and how to customize the interiors. And everyone, and of course, very few of those have survived. I mean, they are just gone.
The murals.
But when they do, again, I mentioned nostalgia. We get a nice one, they will get a surprising amount of attention.
Well, I can certainly understand that. I know that Danny had a 60s Ford Econoline van that was worn completely out, and he didn't have any money to fix up the interior, so it was completely bare. He went to Kmart, bought the Blue Light Special lawn chairs, and that's what we put in the back of it, and that's what we rolled around. That's what we rolled around town in.
Oh man, times have changed, right? Airbags and autonomous driving and all of that stuff kind of churning, and it's amazing. It's amazing those of us that are of a certain age that were there back in the day. It's really kind of amazing we've all survived.
Absolutely. John, so is it MecumAuction.com?
Yeah, Mecum.com for lots of information. Want to give a shout out to all of our viewers out there. We've got 12 hours live television coverage if you can't make it to the auction, and that will be 12 to 6 both on the Friday and the Saturday, the 2 last days of the auction, and that is on Motor Trend TV, your cable channel, part of Discovery. And we're debuting breaking news. You're the first guys to hear it. Mecum Auctions now will be broadcasting on Max. This will be the very first auction, our launch into Max. So that'll be simulcasted with the traditional source on Motor Trend TV. And for those of you that are listening that want to click on Max, we'll be there for the very first time. So really excited about that.
Well, it's good to partner with you guys in the advertising side of things, and we really appreciate your support on this show and your involvement with us. And thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you, John.
Oh, man, guys, always a pleasure. And, bring your checkbooks. That's all I can say.
You got it. That's John Cramen with Mecum Auctions coming your way April 4th through the 6th at NRG Center.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
If you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@nwheeltime.com. And be sure to follow us on Facebook. We're back after this quick break. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupe Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupe Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupe's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.